Hello folks, welcome to Samarth Academy. In today's video we'll talk about trigonometric ratios related questions which have been asked in the recent examinations. Let's look at what we have in the bag today. So today we'll not go further back than 2020 CDS2, right? So we'll solve some questions from across the three examinations that have happened this while, excluding 2022, okay? So let's begin. First set of 5 questions is on your screen now. You can pause the video here or take a screenshot because going forward we'll have the answers. Okay, moving on. If x equal to m secant a plus n tan a and y is equal to m tan a plus n secant a, then what is value of x square minus y square? So let's simply start by solving this, right? X square minus y square is equal to, we put in the values which were given to us in the question, m secant a, 10 tan a, and then for y it's m tan a and n secant a, right? We solve it, open the equation, we get m square secant square a plus n square tan square a plus 2mn secant tan. In the second expression, since it's a negative, we'll get minus values for everyone, right? So which will make this expression cancel each other out. 2mn secant a tan, which leaves us with m square secant square plus tan square minus n square secant square minus tan square, right? And since this is an identity, we get m square minus n square. Okay, moving on. For some theta between 0 90, tan theta equal to 1, what is value of sine square minus sine cos? So tan theta in first quadrant is 1 only at theta equal to 45, right? That much we know. So using this we can put theta equal to 45 and solve this. So sine square 45 minus 2 sine 45 cos 45, which is equal to 1 by root 2 square minus 2 into 1 by root 2 into 1 by root 2, which gives us minus 1 by 2. Option D. Okay. What is 2 sine cube minus sine upon cos minus 2 cos cube? Okay. So simplifying the expression, we get sine by cos 2 sine square minus 1, 1 minus 2 cos square. Now if we substitute 1 to sine square plus cos square, we get sine theta minus cos theta, and here sine square minus cos square. So we get both 1 square minus cos square. So we can cut this whole thing up, and outside the bracket we get sine by cos, which is tan. So option C. If ABC are interior angles of ABC triangle, then what is tan B plus C by 2 sine B plus C by 2 minus cot A by 2 minus cos A by 2? So if these three are interior angles, the first property, the basic property of triangle that we know is that sum of interior angle is 180. So if divided by 2, we get BC by 2 equal to 90 minus A by 2. Okay. So if we simply use the allied angle property, tan 90 minus A by 2 is same as tan B plus C by 2, right? And tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. So this becomes cot A by 2. Similarly for sine, it becomes cos A by 2. And then we have the same expression in negative. So cutting each other out, the expression becomes equal to 0. Moving on. In a triangle, right angle at B, AB plus BC equal to this, and then length of hypotenuse is also given. What is value of tan A plus tan C? Okay, so let's draw it out first. So right angle at B, we know C equal to 20, and sum of these two sides is also given. We are supposed to find tan A plus tan C, which means we are supposed to find BA upon BC plus BC upon BA, right? So to find that out, we simply need to find BC into BA, because BC square plus AB square is already known, right? This is nothing but the hypotenuse square, right? So let's find BC into AB. So we square both sides of this expression. It becomes BC square plus AB square plus 2BC equal to 400 plus 200 root 3. This is already known to be 20 square, so the rest of the expression becomes 100 root 3. Right? Substituting this here, we get 400 by 100 root 3, which is 4 by root 3. Okay, moving on. If ABC are interior angles, right? So this one is done. Finally, we move on to the second segment, which is for 2021 CDS1. Okay. So now we move on to second section. I'll pause here for a second. You can pause the video or take a screenshot and solve the questions. Okay. Moving on. If secant plus cos equal to 5 by 2 and theta lies between 0 and 90, what is the value of sine square theta? Okay. So secant plus cos equal to 5 by 2, we convert it to cos and try to solve. It becomes 1 plus cos square is equal to 5 by 2 into cos, right? So it becomes a quadratic equation which is having a solution at either cos equal to 2 or cos equal to 1 by 2. Since cos is not possible to exist beyond 1 and less than minus 1, this becomes null and void. So cos equal to 1 by 2. It implies theta is equal to 60 because we had the value in first quadrant, right? So this becomes sine, it implies sine square theta is equal to root 3 by 2 whole square equal to 3 by 4. Next, 1 plus cot minus cosecant into 1 plus tan plus secant equal to, right? So we simplify using the basic form of cot and cosecant, which is sine and cos, right? So we get sine plus cos minus 1, sine plus cos plus 1 upon sine cos, right? So it becomes a square minus b square, right? Solving this, we get 1 plus 2 sine cos minus 1, which becomes sine cos, and cutting these two out, we get 2, option. Okay. Next up is 6 plus 8 tan equal to secant and 8 plus 6 tan equal to k secant. Then what is value of k square? Okay. So we see that 6 and 8 are interchanged here as coefficients of tan, right? So we'll square and add both the equations and then see what happens. So 6 square plus 8 square tan square plus 2 into 6 into 8 tan, right? A plus b whole square, and then same for this. 8 square plus 6 tan square minus 2 into 8 into 6 tan, because here it's a minus. So these two expressions cancel out. The other side becomes secant square 1 plus k square, right? This side we get 100 1 plus tan square. 1 plus tan square, as we know, is an identity for secant square. So these two cancel out. K square becomes 100 minus 1 equal to 99. Moving on. A pole on the ground leans at 60 degree. Vertical, right? So the pole, let's say the pole is BC. So it leans at an angle of 60 degree with the vertical. Vertical means 90 degree. So let BM be vertical here. Now a point x meter away from the base, two halves of the pole subtend the same angle. So let the point be A. So at A, whatever angle these two halves of the pole are subtending is equal, right? So if we talk about this triangle, AD becomes the angle bisector, and it is also the median because CD equal to DB by definition, because these are two halves of the pole, right? So if AD is also the median and the angle bisector, it means the triangle is an isosceles triangle, right? It means AC equal to AB, right? And also this becomes the altitude. right? So this angle is 90, this angle we know is 30, so automatically this angle becomes 60 degree, right, in both the triangles. So these two triangles are also congruent, right? CAD and BAD are congruent. Now what we simply need to find out is BD. So BD is equal to, in terms of x, BD becomes sine 60, right? Sine 60 into AB, and AB is given as x, right? So sine 60 into x is equal to root 3 by 2x. It implies overall BC becomes root 3x, right? Simple enough. Moving ahead, a vertical tower standing at corner of a rectangular field. Again, so in these questions, visualization becomes very important, right? You have to be very proper with your whatever you visualize, and the figure also needs to explain to you what you are actually talking about. So here, this CE is actually our vertical tower, okay, and ABCD is the rectangular field. So according to question, angle made by E with B is 60 and with D it is 45. We need to find the value of cot A, right? Angle EAC is what we need to find out, and then the value of cot will be known, right? So here it is given that this angle is 45, it means CE equal to DC, right? And this angle EBC is given as 60, it means EC upon BC is equal to root 3, right? So EC becomes root 3 times BC, right? So here this is equation 1, this is equation 2 based on the two angles that are given, right? Now in triangle ACE, cot theta is equal to AC upon EC, right? Base upon perpendicular, which is equal to AC upon CE, and AC, as we all know, will become under root EC square plus EC DC square, because it is the diagonal of the rectangle, right? So as we know, DC square we have calculated it to be equal to EC square, right? And BC square we have calculated to be equal to EC square by 3. So the overall expression becomes 2EC upon root 3. Okay. So if we substitute that here, we find the value of cot theta, which is 2 by root 3. Okay. Moving on, the final set of 5 questions. I'll pause here for you to take screenshot or pause the video so that you can solve them. Okay. What is the least value of 9 sine square theta plus 16 cos square theta? Right. So in the expression itself, we see that if we take 9 here, 9 of the cos squares here, the overall expression becomes 9 plus 7 cos square theta, right? So this 9 will always be 9 irrespective of theta. The 7 cos square theta is where we can leverage either making it minimum or maximum. So 7 cos square theta minimum value will always be 0, right? It's a square, so it can't be negative, and cos varies between 1 and minus 1. So this value is going to be 0 at the least and 1 at the max, right? So the overall expression minimum value is 9. Fair enough? Moving on. If cos 47 plus sin 47 equal to k, then what is the value of cos square 47 minus sin square 47, right? So required expression is equal to, it's the same as the formula of cos 2 theta, right? So cos square theta minus sin square theta is equal to cos 2 theta. According to question, cos theta plus sin theta equal to k. Squaring both sides, we get 1 plus 2 cos theta sin theta equal to k square. 2 cos theta sin theta is nothing but the formula for sin 2 theta. So sin 2 into 47 equal to k square minus 1. Moving it to a form which can be represented as cos 2 theta, we get k square minus 1 whole square plus 1 under the root, right? So this expression becomes k root 2 minus k square. Okay, so option A. Moving ahead, if cosecant minus sine equal to p cube and secant minus cos equal to q cube, what is value of tan? Right, so again he will use the similar strategy as last set of questions where we simplify it to the form of sine and cos, right? So the overall expression becomes p cube equal to cos square upon sine, right? Similarly, the second expression becomes sine square upon cos equal to q cube. Then dividing equation 1 by 2, we get sine cube upon cos cube equal to q by p whole cube. Tan cube is equal to q by p whole cube. Tan theta equal to q by p. Option B. Okay. If alpha and beta both lie in first quadrant such that cos alpha minus beta equal to 1, then what is sine alpha minus sine beta plus cos alpha minus cos beta? In first quadrant, cos equal to 1 at only cos theta where theta equal to 0 do we get cos equal to 1, right? Since it is given that both of them are between 0 and 90, it can lie either in first quadrant or fourth quadrant. But value 1 is only there at theta equal to 0. Only at this point is cos 0. At any other angle, be it first quadrant or fourth quadrant, cos has some value, right, which is non 1. So at cos theta equal to 0 1, we get theta equal to 0, meaning alpha minus beta equal to 0, alpha equal to beta. If we substitute this in the required expression, the whole expression becomes 0. Alright, moving ahead. Consider the following two statements. Cos 61 plus sin 29 cannot exceed 1. And second, value of tan 23 minus cot 67 is less than 0. Okay, so these are again the allied angles property we'll use. So cos 61 can be written as sin 29, right? Because cos 90 minus theta is sin theta. Similarly, tan cot 67 can be written as tan 23. So if we take this, it becomes tan 23 minus tan 23. This is supposed to be cot and this is supposed to be tan 23, right? So tan 23 minus tan 23 is 0. So second expression is definitely incorrect. But first expression becomes 2 sin 29. Now sin 29 will be less than sin 30 because sin is an increasing function in first quadrant, right? So it starts from 0 and moves up till 1, right? So it's an increasing function. So anywhere if we take a point, let's say 29, and then 30 will lie further ahead. So 29 value will be less than 30, right? It means 2 sin 29 will be less than 2 sin 30, and sin 30 as you know is equal to 1 by 2, meaning sin 29 into 2 will always be less than 1. First expression is true. Option A. Alright folks, that's all for today's video. I hope this gave you a perspective on where you stand with your preparation and where you need to work, right? This is an important topic from exam perspective, so please do pay attention and keep practicing. Alright, have a good rest of the day. Bye bye.